Welcome to the Trashcats Trashcast. I'm Richard.
I'm Steven.
And today we have a freestyle for you.
Oh, shit.
But first, how was your week, Steven?
Oh, my God, dude. I felt like dog shit today. It's been one of those days, dude.
Off to a good start.
Oh, yeah. It's been one of those days where, like, nothing's wrong. You just don't want to do shit. Sarah had to buy me, like, a boatload of sushi, crab ragoon, and I smashed 2 monsters before I could crawl onto this microphone. I was on the fence till you text me and you said Haas. You said,
Yeah.
you said you ready?
How you feeling, Hoss?
I was like, fuck, now I have to.
Oh, good.
What about you, man? What's the latest?
You know what? I don't feel shitty this week, but my allergies have been kicking my ass. I'm not sure if you can tell in my voice. I can kind of hear it in my own voice. Yeah, it's like my throat's like scratchy.
It's hard to tell on a computer, but I can tell your eyes are bothering you a little bit.
Yeah, got that Delta variant, dog. Done fucking me up.
Dude, it's crazy how they keep saying we're really gonna go back so much. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, it's not out of the possibilities in my head. I kind of feel like I've always expected it.
I know. Just infected the whole room.
Yep. Get me back in quarantine. I got to call my boss tomorrow. Tell him I can't go to work. I got that Delta variant, dog. They shot me up with the Johnson & Johnson shit. Now I'm all fucked up.
It's all over.
And he'll say, didn't you get the Moderna? And I said, I got both.
Dude, there's stories of all these people that keep getting boosters like every couple weeks and shit. It's like
Kind of wild.
Yeah, it is. So week's been good. Moving into a new place soon.
Yeah, we'll be getting in there. It should be cool.
Fuck yeah.
A lot of little projects. I look forward to doing that.
Definitely.
You got some honorable mentions for us this week?
Yeah, I got a couple. I actually had a bunch, but on freestyle ones, trying to keep it short. So I'm just gonna do 2 specific pieces of art. This first one is titled "The Muse's Revenge." It is done by Isla Milstein. I really fucking like this one. Did it load up for you?
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's so fun.
Yeah.
You ready?
It's really, really colorful, really pretty.
You ready for this?
Am I ready for what?
Oh, it doesn't play because my headphones. The cliché. It's a cliché print, which I feel which I feel is so smart for knowing it's just a digital photo print. This piece by Isla Milstein, it's a illustration piece. It's really colorful. It's kind of like a cartoon a little bit, but it's got real depth to it as well. But it shows a painter in his little studio, like mansion with all the windows, and he has all these paintings of this woman, his muse, and the woman is walking in the side door of this dilapidated mansion and shooting the painter on a pile of the paintings of her. And it's fun. It's fun and pretty.
It's like almost like a political cartoon.
Yeah, I think Isla does a lot of stuff. Like it's almost that like New Yorker magazine style a little bit. But I really like this one. Just pretty and fun. The second one is kind of in the same vein, but more of a classic. It's titled Celine Thrown Down by Argus by Ferdinand Keller, a German painter who died in 1992. The description, what did that say? Keller's painting depicts the following scene in George Eber's 1880 novel, The Emperor, and the description of the scene said, "She felt a violent shock. The picture flew out of her hand and was shattered into 1,000 fragments, and she sank into the ground under the weight of a warm, rough, heavy mass. Her loud cries of alarm resounded from the hard, bare walls and roused the sleepers and brought them to her side. And this is probably my favorite painting in a little while.
Really? Okay, yeah.
I really like this one.
The dog looks really good in this painting.
Yeah, if you're looking at it on the website, it's not nearly... They have a bad quality image. The one that's loaded in the chat is much better.
Yeah, the classical paintings like this, I think we mentioned before, like the animals could be a hit or a miss. They can be real shitty looking or...
Yeah, he's a good one. The eyes are so intense, and that spiked collar is wicked.
Yeah. The big door hanger looking thing on the front.
Yeah. It's just so tragic. I love the detailing of the ironwork on that little table in the corner.
Oh yeah. The blues.
Yeah.
It's nice.
And the marbling is so good on the hard bare walls. So yeah, I'm actually working with this painting in a piece of my own stuff right now. So I've been looking at it in detail a lot. I don't know. I was
very nice.
Very drawn to this one. Yeah. But
very pretty, very somber.
Yeah.
That's very much your style.
That's my vibe. But enough of honorable mentions. Where are we going today, man? I like how you said it's an adventure. We don't know where the fuck it's going, but we'll get there.
We're gonna get there today.
Gonna learn today.
I caught myself saying that at work too, and it's like really busy. And like the other on Sunday we were at the Birmingham Farmers Market, which is like a nicer area of town kind of thing, but they had it was just so fucking hot.
Yeah.
And we're on that food truck, right? And it's like there is AC on the truck, but if you run the air conditioning at the same time as the blenders, you can like blow the fuse and you got to restart the generator and shit to get it all back on.
Is it a gas generator?
It's a gas generator.
Yeah.
Which isn't that big of a deal. It's just inconvenient.
Yeah, it stops your whole workflow if that happens. Yeah.
So we're like trying to keep cool, and then my dumbass leaves the house that morning. I usually look at the weather and like dress accordingly. I just didn't that morning for whatever reason, and I wore like jeans and a long sleeve like t-shirt with like this one. I got it's a collared shirt when I have the sleeves rolled up.
Yeah.
Which usually isn't so bad, but once
it hits 90 plus.
Yeah, it was fucking brutal.
Yeah.
I was real close. If I had found the scissors on the truck, I would have cut my jeans down. Like it was really close to that.
I've definitely done that on a couple jobs before.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I bring that up because I just kept saying to my sous chef over there, I just kept saying, we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. And then it was over and I was like, we got through it.
Got to, right?
We got there.
Man, it's crazy. When you're in work mode, there's like an extra like fuel tank to motivation sometimes.
There is, man.
Yeah. Other times, like that fuck it mode can be real at work too, but a lot of times you have that extra like reserve tank.
Yeah. Yeah, the fuck it mode is reserved for things that I realize I'm doing. Like I'm already doing like something that like I'm voluntarily doing this extra thing. Mm-hmm. It's like I'm doing it because I know it's good for it's going to make my life easier. It's going to make other people's life easier. But like anybody could do it. It's like I haven't had that moment at my current place, but like my last place would be like going in on my day off, like overnight and like doing a bunch of like deep cleaning because like we just didn't have time during the week to get it done.
Yeah,
and it's like I would go in and I'd start really strong, and then eventually I'd be like, you know what, I'm just gonna, even if I half-ass, it's better than not doing it at all.
Right. Like fuck it, I'll go in.
Yeah, no one asked me to do this. I'm doing it because I feel like it.
Right.
Because I feel like it should be done.
And what about when you got the real fuck it mode and you get high at work? Oof.
Yeah, man. Get real fucked up.
Get paid to do it? Ugh.
I haven't been high in a kitchen since I was in technical school in culinary. And I smoked some before I went to work. No, this was when it was that legal weed.
Oh,
not
no.
the K2 shit. You can't even call it legal weed because it was that fucking trash. Yeah, it was garbage.
Yeah.
I smoked some of that before school, and I was freaking the fuck out. I was just not comfortable the entire time. It wasn't even like I was that like fucked up. It was enough that it was like I didn't feel myself and I didn't feel in control.
Is it because the environment's so high pressure too?
Yeah, that's also a big part of it. I ran into my chef in the walk-in, and he was like, "You all right today?" And I was like, honestly, I was a little bit buzzed when I came in. And he said, "Oh man, I drink." He's like, "I drink 2 shots before I come in every day. Don't worry, you'll be all right." I was like, "All right, thanks, chef."
That's funny.
But then ever since then, I can't stand being high, and like at work or like cooking in general, even like at home. Like if I'm just doing it for fun, like barbecue kind of shit, I might like hit a vape pen once or something, but man, I can't. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
Like that's the time when I feel like I'm in the most control is like when I'm cooking. So that's like my whole shit.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to be altered in your kitchen either. I'd be like, but man, I used to like, I was like hardcore with it where it was like, I'd get my energy boost from a bunch of dope and then like demolish a house. Like if I was doing a demo job or like doing drywall or something, I would be on it like a motherfucker. Like some people just like nod out and like can't do shit, and other people it's like you're on meth. Like you're getting everything done, working way too quick and shit. But I remember one time I was doing drywall, and I went to the bathroom and did a shot, and I missed. You know, like how that can get bad. And my hand started blowing up, like swelling, like bad. Like it was going to be a problem. And I was sitting there, and before anybody noticed, I took the hammer I was using and I like slammed it on the wall and went like, "Oh no. Oh." They're like, "What happened?" I'm like, "I hit my hand." I'm like, look how big it's swelling. I have to go.
Oh, that's so fucked.
It's like, see you guys. Fuck. Used to be clowning
shit
at the job site. Fuck.
Fucking work.
Yeah.
So, have you watched the new Spacejam yet?
I kept going to click it. I don't feel like I can do it though.
I heard it's good.
Come on and slam.
I heard that, well, at least from my brother and me, they talked about it, and they said they go into it like not an in-depth, but like they talk about a bunch of weird shit that goes on in it, which is wild, the whole list of shit. But they said it's not a movie. It is something though, and it's definitely really good. The one of them was saying like he's watching it with his kids, and the kids are like barely interested at all, and he's like standing on the fucking couch like screaming like, "Yes, like this is great."
Oh shit.
Like what the fuck is going on?
I don't know, man. I feel like my only like qualm with it is I haven't been a big LeBron fan, but I know LeBron can't fill MJ's shoes.
But are you a Looney Tunes fan?
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. What's your favorite Looney Tune?
I mean, it feels weird to say it. I mean, I was gonna say Bugs is definitely up there.
Of course.
I like Foghorn Leghorn. Foghorn Leghorn is so fucked.
That's possibly the funniest answer you could give.
He's so fucked.
I can't even remember his name. Who's the Rackham Shackham suffering sucker?
Oh, fucking. Oh, that's Sylvester? The cat?
No, the cowboy.
Okay, that's Yosemite Sam.
Yeah.
He doesn't say suffer and suck a dash.
Does he?
That's Sylvester the cat.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% positive.
Who the fuck is
100%.
Who's Sylvester the cat?
Sylvester, it's Tweety and Sylvester. Tweety, yeah, the black cat.
You're right. God, it's all coming back. Yeah, I like my little cowboy.
That fucking little angry gunman.
Yeah, that's my dude.
What was it? It was fucking Drawfee was just doing a thing on them too, and they said, they're like, man, all these animals and stuff, and then like you have Elmer Fudd and you have Yosemite Sam, and they're just men with guns, and they're just.
So how the fuck did you put these dudes? They're psychos. How did they make it in?
You have these cute rascally animals, and these two grown men with guns.
It is weird when you think back on the things we watched as kids.
Yeah.
Pretty weird.
Like fucking Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
Have we talked about Ren and Stimpy on the show before?
No. What's...
Fucking the nipple salesman episode. It's the only one.
What? I didn't watch
they're
much.
fucking door-to-door nipple salesmen.
I don't remember that at all. That sounds outstanding.
I'm not going to botch it. Everyone should just go look it up.
What about Pinky and the Brain?
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah, Pinky and the Brain.
What are we going to do today?
Fucking Freakazoid?
Yeah.
Wasn't Pinky and the Brain part of Freakazoid?
It was something weird like that.
It's made by the same people. It's all Warner Brothers shit.
Yeah.
Also, Looney Tunes was Warner Brothers shit.
Yeah. We're going to take over the world like we do every day.
What was a good one? Who was the fucking guy from Freakazoid? It was one of the bad guys. But, like, he never did shit.
Now, what do you think? Like, I was watching one of those, like, the Toys That Made Us thing on Netflix. They did, like, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or whatever. What do you think of all these shows going digital? Like, all these movies and shit, like, from Disney to, stuff on TV. I don't know. Like
what do you mean by going digital?
Like the Star Wars shows that are rendered, all these kid shows aren't
the
animation.
fucking Clone Wars?
Yeah, dude, I hate all of the digital shit. Like,
from what I understand, the first season of Clone Wars sucks, but all the other ones are really, really good.
I've heard,
haven't got into them enough yet.
I've heard people I semi-respect say that, and I don't even know how that is possible. You could think it's okay. Have you seen those episodes? I know, but no matter how good the story was, it looks so stupid.
The animation is wild, but it's Jendi Tartakovsky. I forget how to pronounce the guy's name. It's the same guy that did Samurai Jack.
And I really like Samurai Jack a lot.
Samurai Jack's amazing.
But how can, no matter how good the storytelling is, I don't know how people could like something that looks like that, like the Star Wars compared to Samurai Jack. Like, it's just, I don't want the digital shit unless
it's apples and oranges. It's different.
I hate it.
If you just don't like the animation style, that's different.
I hate.
I'm not a fan of it, but I don't hate it apparently as much as you do.
I hate most of the digital animation that is out today.
Did you see they brought back Rugrats in a 3D animated thing?
That sounds terrible. I'd have to see what it looks like, but that sounds so, like, demented looking.
It's on Amazon, I think.
Like, do you remember, like, the new Sonic, how creepy it looked?
Oh God, yeah.
Like, dude, it's just like so much. Like Disney pulls a lot of it off because they go all the way, right? And it's like full art mode. And even some of their stuff looks trash. But all these like shows where it's like they're doing it because it's cheaper than regular animation. Like, who did Spirit Miyazaki? How's movie?
Miyazaki.
Like you don't see real shit like that anymore. It's all these shitty digital renders that they just put out as quick as possible.
It's way cheaper to make.
I know. There's very few in a new animation style that doesn't like upset me.
Now, I've still haven't gotten
oh my God,
disappointed by. I know it looks pretty fucked, right?
Oh, it looks so fucking freaky. It looks like it's all designed by a pedophile. like 100%. This is so creepy. Don't like it.
You're welcome. That's in your brain now.
Yeah.
Oh God damn it! What was I gonna say? You said Miyazaki, and with on my 3D. Oh yeah. The ones I haven't been disappointed yet by are, the Disney Pixar shit. I don't like watch them all the time, but when I'm like babysitting my nieces or I'm hanging out with them or something, they'll like want to put something on. And we watched. They wanted to watch Moana. No, it was The Croods. I wanted to watch The Croods the other day.
Yeah.
And I remember when that movie came out and I saw the trailer for it, I thought that could be cool, but the animation looks kind of fucked and like the characters look kind of fucked. But I really ended up liking it. A lot of the shit they did with it ended up being cool.
Pixar's always kind of been the exception, though.
Yeah. If I can they get paid to be. I don't know if the animators get paid to be, but
I think they get paid pretty good.
They make some fucking money on those movies.
Dude, it is insane. Every big movie, it's like every year the bar set for how much money movies make, it just continues to go up. Like so many, like just astronomical numbers.
Plus all the merchandising.
Yeah.
They have the access to do that.
Sarah asked me on a date from 3 months from now. And I was like, what the possible fuck in the world do we need to do like 3 months from now? Like, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. There's no way I could possibly answer. I was like, what the fuck even is it? And she's like, the new James Bond is coming out.
Yo, I was just going to say it. I've been so pissed off waiting for it. It was supposed to come out in February last year. It got pushed 4 different times. That's and the main reason it's been getting pushed is because they want it to come out in theaters, right, so they can get all the ticket sales on it.
It's a smart move, probably, but it's
I get
shitty.
it, but like you can stream it and have people pay for it there.
They won't hit the same numbers.
That's true.
From their point of view, it also makes the next James Bond release date a lot closer. And it builds a lot of hype. I think it's a shitty thing to do to your audience, though.
It's like it keeps getting closer, and they're like, we're going to push it a couple more months. We're going to push it 6 more months. It's like, man, fuck y'all.
Right. Like, we don't think all these people
I want to see Daniel Craig go up there and do his fucking thing and kill people. That's what I came here for.
So funny.
Yeah, that was on my list of shit to talk about there. I guess I've become, in the past like 3-4 years, I've become a Bond aficionado.
You sure
in
have.
The way that like I know that most of them are trash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So fun though.
Yeah, it's still really fun to watch. Most of them. Some of them are pure garbage. I think Moonraker was one that I thought was super garbage.
That one made me laugh a lot though.
Maybe it's not Moonraker. What's the one with fucking Timothy Dalton in it?
Is he the Bond that was only Bond once?
There's 2 of them I think that were only Bond once.
Because there's a documentary about the one guy. Did you watch that?
It's
an Australian dude. he only got one Bond movie, and he was, I guess, super popular. But his story was like he was just like a regular mechanic, and he somehow landed the role. It was an interesting documentary. They told the story pretty good. He was a real character.
Fucking Timothy Dalton did more than one. I thought he just did one. He did Living Daylights and License to Kill.
Oh my God! Did you see I'm sure you had the one that's in Japan where Bond gets the Asian makeover.
Which one was that?
Dude, they give him squinty eyes and like a wig of some sort. It's crazy.
Was that what the fuck was his name?
It is crazy, dude. I couldn't believe, like, I don't know. I didn't even realize Bonds were that old until we talked about them a bunch. And then I rewatched. They had all of them except like 2 on Hulu for a little while, and then they took them all off at once. But
they were. There's a lot of them were really fucked.
Yeah,
in many, many, many ways. And they still kind of are in a few ways, but they're arguably better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's did you find it?
Oh shit.
Yeah, please upload it and send it to me.
Of course, good sir.
Fucking James Bond shit. It's problematic mostly because it's also it's like there's a time and a place for it. It's fun to watch. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dude,
it was Connery too.
Yeah, it made me laugh so fucking hard, man. Like at 3 a.m. alone in the dark, just laughing my ass off. Sean Connery as an Asian James Bond. It was just so bad and inappropriate.
Wild shit. Pretty fucked up. So how do you think, now that we are famous, how do you think in what ways do you think that the fame has changed you? I mean, I'll start.
I think it's really funny. We still haven't revealed our play count. But yes, go ahead, sir.
Yeah. So I realized the other day that when I go to work and I talk to people, if any of them they come up and like they're on their phone, I always hate that. It doesn't matter what restaurant I'm in when people go up to the thing to order and they're on their phone with someone else. And it's one thing if they're like getting an order from someone else so they can like tell me, but if I can tell that the conversation is completely separate and they just walk up and like I'm just an afterthought, I'll wait. I don't even acknowledge that they're there if they're on the phone unless they're like I can hear them like trying to get an order from them.
That's gangster.
But when they do it, I just realize like these people have no idea who I am. I'm a podcaster. I'm a content creator.
Gonna dox them worldwide.
I mean, I could. I have access to their credit card information.
No, I know exactly what you're saying though. Because it's like they don't know you have an outlet.
Right. I mean, arguably they do too. They have Yelp.
Right. And
more people are probably going to see their Yelp review than listen to our podcast. But
unless we start advertising on Yelp.
Dude. That's it.
We're going big time, baby.
We just got to spam. We have to end up making a bunch of different accounts because they'll get onto us pretty quick.
So 5 stars for your restaurant. I really like your food, but have you seen our podcast?
Yeah. I heard about your restaurant and then the link to the podcast.
Oh my God.
Here's a couple tips that'll make your dining experience better if you choose to go to this restaurant. And then our link.
1 star. I heard you guys served fried raccoon. I heard about it on this podcast. The Trashcats exposed you.
It's the Black Holes episode. It just has nothing to fucking do with it.
But it does feel good with like normal bullshit, like shit people in life to know there you have the option to say something and record it for all of eternity or until the apocalypse.
Right. So are you saying the fame is still it's gotten to you though, right?
It's definitely gotten to me.
This explosion of viewers and people that acknowledge us.
All that sweet podcast money has gone to my head.
That sweet podcast money.
all our big sponsors throwing money at us.
You know, we did talk about earlier on. We've talked about back and forth about advertising and stuff, and we've decided that we'd rather not go with the advertising thing.
Yeah.
At least that's what we said before. But now I'm saying, like, you know, the minute we get the opportunity,
it's as long I think our rule should just be comedy. Like as long as it's funny enough.
Right. So it can be whomever wants to give us money is what you're saying.
As long as we can make it funny. Like I think I told what is that company called? Like the lawnmower 4.0 that
the Manscaped?
Yeah.
The off-brand Manscaped?
Yeah, there's an off-brand Manscaped company called Smooth My Balls. Like, that's literally the name of it. And they've reached out to us, like, 5 times. And I sent... I forget what I said, but I'm pretty sure I sent them a picture of a raccoon. I was like, your product would really help us out. And they stopped replying. Like, I said something stupid, too.
We got a whole basement full of raccoons we got to clean up.
But as long as it was funny enough, fuck it. But it's the worst when like a podcast or show you love's like first starts doing ads or like first starts not even like just ads, but that first time they do an ad can be a bummer. But that first time they do an ad for something that they don't believe in, that sucks. Like that's the worst.
We can occasionally, you know, what if we get a big, I'm not sure how big it would have to be. Something that would be enough money for you and me to not have, we might still have to work other jobs, but like we could go to work like 2 days a week of those jobs. Like.
That feels impossible.
Okay, let's say we're making.
I mean, that sounds so cool. But
let's say we're making $3,000 a month,
dude,
from Fox News.
Couldn't do it.
Let's say they came up to us and they said $6,000 a month.
Now to put that into perspective, if we were making $3,000 a month each, that is literally 3,000 times a month what I'm making currently. But dude, there's no way I could do it unless it like was subverting them as a company. You know what I mean? I couldn't do it honestly.
I mean, how long do you think we could play up the ads and like put in like jabs that are like you and I know that they're jabs.
Right. But if
like just under the radar enough.
See, but that's the
that
tricky.
We keep getting that Fox Entertainment money, that Fox News money.
But it would have, like, the audience would have to know too. Like if the audience didn't know and you were like gathering like a right-wing audience, that would hurt too much.
The entire rest of our agenda and the things that I guess not agenda. We don't have like. I guess
yes,
we
do
have an agenda. Yeah, I was gonna say
world domination.
You know, like the whole rest of our message of what you and I stand for stays the same. Just every 25 minutes we have to say, Trashcats brought to you by Fox News.
Oof.
Brought to you by Tucker Carlson.
Oh my God, dude. Well, honestly, bringing that up though, it does kind of. I can see how a lot of people or creators fall into a slippery slope. Because as soon as you take any money, it's like a politician. As soon as you take any money, you're compromised to some extent, and I see how it could be slippery. And I see what you mean. Like some people can maintain their integrity. I mean, lots of people do, right? But I think it's hard. It's just a hard thing to navigate.
So polarizing beneficiaries and advertisements off the list.
Yeah, unless it's like comically polarizing, it would have to be like some animal agency or something. You know what I mean? Like something like I'm trying to make a joke, but I'm not getting there.
It's not getting there. That's fair. I know what you mean though.
Yeah.
I was going somewhere else with that too. My brain's fried today too. Go ahead, Steven, whistle that tune.
Couldn't even fucking whistle.
I thought you were about to say something, so I stopped. Oh, God damn it, we're fucked.
Dude, but
36 episodes in and it's done.
It's done. But like your mom's house or whatever, imagine starting your show with an ad.
Oh my God, no. It'd be terrible.
Dude, that's what Rogan, that's what your mom's house does. That's what most major shows do now, because they realize it pisses people off, or they don't want to sell out so much that they have ads in the middle of their shit. A lot of them still do, but Rogan, I respect in a way, but he's also douchey, but he does his own thing. That's cool, whatever. But at the start of his show, because he doesn't want ads throughout the show, on Spotify, there are 8. It's between 5 and 8, depending on the episode, ads on Spotify that are each 1 to 3 minutes long.
You typically get paid more for ones that are at the beginning too.
Yeah. So literally before each episode, everybody has to scrub through 8 ads that are each 2. It's like 16 minutes of ads before your content even starts.
It's fucked.
Like, wouldn't you feel like a piece of shit doing that?
Yeah.
Even if you know everybody's skipping them, I don't know. It just sucks. Fuck money.
We need to get on that Patreon money. I mean, the Patreon thing I think is good.
Yeah.
As far, for
just
content
a lot
makers
of work.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed. It's just a lot of work.
Doesn't have to be.
Right.
Fuck, you charge $3 a month and
it doesn't have to
be that much content you're putting out at that point.
But you got to have people that really care about what you're doing to make it worth it.
And you have to have enough of them. Not only people have to give a shit enough to give you money, but there have to be enough of them that it's worth it.
Yeah, well, I think we'll table that.
Yeah, table that. Just
we'll come back to that.
Just a little bit longer.
Now, I do think, regardless of whatever, obviously we're joking and being very positive about future potential, but I think whatever came our way, we would figure it out without losing our
easily.
souls.
Yeah, I'm definitely still in the realm of trying to keep this as ad free for as long as possible.
Yeah, we're just trying to keep the lights on.
Just trying to keep the fucking lights on. Just trying to show up every day.
Right, dude. That's the truth, man. Fuck.
Fucking. Luckily, Steven does all the work. I just show up on Wednesday.
I don't have a job, so this temp thing coming up, I'm so not looking forward to. I really don't want to do data entry for 40 hours a fucking week.
I'm telling you, man, we can just do a surprise month of freestyles.
Maybe. I like having subjects.
Subjects, and we can still have them to talk about.
Yeah.
And just not do a deep dive. I think that could be, between me moving into my place and, you starting a new situation, be it the data entry thing or, anything else. I think that could be an easy way for us to move on that. And our listeners, they can always email us at trashcats@gmail.com if they, and weigh in on this. If they think that's a bad idea.
I like
or if they think it's a really good idea and they really like the freestyle episodes and they'd like a little bonus summer content.
See, I really like the challenge of like the vegan one, like not necessarily the heavy research, which I do also enjoy, but I really like that challenge of I don't know, a debate or an argument of sorts.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
I think that part of the problem with some of the debates and arguments is one, you and I agree on a lot of things.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's where an issue comes in there.
Tag team, bro.
It just becomes an echo chamber.
That is a problem with a lot of content, though.
Yeah. I want to watch that. I want to, explore all sides of shit. Also, a lot of the, there's a lot of hot topic, debate out there where you and I's opinion on it, like, it's not that it doesn't matter, but it's not really necessary.
Yeah.
The opinions that people need to hear are not you and me. So
you never know. Change the world. What about
I think if people heard us talk about abortion for 2 hours, it would not change the world.
That sounds fun.
That could be another thing that we do is, I mean, if we start now and we address it with the people that we already have that are listening, and we keep it, we let them know, like, hey, we're about to put out some really fucking wild and polarizing content. It's just to build up the listenership. Like, you guys stick around. And then when people say, like, hey, these guys are animals and they're saying wild shit, you guys have to be there for us, though. You have to back us up. That's really important. This is really fucking important. You have to be there. It's to go on the Google comments and shit in the Google comments. No one comments shit on Google.
Oh my God.
The Facebook comments. And say,
you want to go full shock jock?
Yeah, man. But they have to be there like, no, it's all a bit. But we're going to get all those listens in. And even if it doesn't last very long, gets the name out there.
None of this is gonna work.
Not with that fucking attitude, Steven.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
It feels really good though. Like, to know. I don't know. Like, life is so fucking stupid. Like,
it feels really good. Life is so fucking stupid.
But
it is, man.
To have a chance to archive it all,
Yeah, true. Yeah. Let's see, what else I got next on this list here?
I don't know, but I'm really breaking in this.
Yeah, man. I heard the crunches in that. It's that patent leather, dog.
I'm proving how non-squeaky the new chair is by squeaking as much as possible. Dude, I saw an animal yesterday that I don't know.
It's fucking cool, man.
I was cutting the grass, and I don't know if it was a cat with zero tail, like no tail at all. It was like bounding through high grass. I don't know if it was like a big fat cat or if it was a ginormous groundhog. Like, I
just saw a groundhog the other day too.
But dude, I honestly think it might have been a groundhog, but it was legit a full cat size. Like a big one.
Groundhogs are fucking big. Not all of them, but there's definitely up here. They get some big ones. I saw one I thought was a fucking dog.
Right. That's what I thought. It was a small dog or a cat. And then like it was out of the corner of my eye, and it was either a cat with a lopped off tail or a big ass groundhog. And I was it went under our porch down a pipe, and I was trying to coax it out with cat food, and it wasn't coming. I felt like Charlie from Always Sunny. Just coaxing out groundhogs. Fuck.
Setting up the fucking leprechaun trap in the basement.
Exactly. All right, what are we hopping to?
Oh, CBG. Have you heard of it?
No. So
CBG is a type of cannabinoid that is it's one of like CBD. Some new studies are coming out that are showing that it may have anti cancer properties, and they base it on how it reacts to tumorous cells and shit.
They've thought that about weed for a long time. I didn't know it was the CBG properties, but they're making progress with it.
Yeah, apparently. So it's one of the more rarer cannabinoids, mostly because it's like the mother cannabinoid. Like it becomes other ones as the plant grows. It like splits off to become different parts of the plant. But when getting a single plant with a concentration of CBG was harder to find. So like they've been breeding them, and they now have them so they can make like extracts and shit out of it. And like they have like, the smokable CBG like flowers and shit that like don't have THC in them, or, like it's such a little amount that like it doesn't show up in like a reading or whatever. But yeah, it's supposedly, one of the bigger things going on right now for potential cancer treatments.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
At least if not, a full treatment, it might be, something that helps.
Right. It's, more options. Imagine if they didn't fucking just like stop studying this stuff for so many years. Like there's so much more out there to know.
Yeah. Actually at the dispensary, one of the people that helped me out, they were telling me about the, like you can scan the bottle on some like these local companies that make the tinctures and stuff. They're like, you can scan the bottle, the little QR code on it. And it's got a bunch of information on the different kind of lab tests they do and like their research stuff and their facility and stuff like that. And like, that's huge.
Yeah.
Like this, that's not like, number one, it's not like weird and sketchy and a secret. It's like legit shit. And you can like see it for yourself, and you can, read all this information. They're doing like legit cool shit with it. So
honestly, I agree. Like as a general thing, they really are, and there's so much more progress. But honestly, a lot of those lab testing are really bunk still. Like there is a lot of stuff that is not nearly as accurate as they claim to be, and it's still a problem. But it's miles ahead of what it was, and it's getting the regulations on the accuracy and like level of testing is getting much better. But there's a lot of things they sell at legal dispensaries that are not what they thought, or hadn't gone through the standards they claim it had. But it's getting better all the time.
So I can see that. It's still young too, like even the just the idea of recreational marijuana, even like medicinal marijuana, as like a thing that can really be researched and understood. Like it's mostly understood, but like there's so much more work that can be done.
There's way more. But
just
dude,
sticking the money into it.
I know we're like years late on this, but like I think everything should have gone full decriminalization, but I really don't like that it's legal. I think it's bad, and I hate that our government makes money off of it.
I think it's better than
it being criminal. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think it's good. And I hate that they're making money off of it now. Off of something that they threw people in cells like an animal for years and years and years.
I like that the money goes to the state.
I have mixed feelings on that.
Rather than the federal.
Yeah, but the feds still get a cut, right? Or they're not allowed. They probably can't if they're still.
Nope, it's illegal.
Right. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they did not understand that. I'm like, dude, it's still illegal.
Yeah.
Even if the state says it's legal, it's legal illegal.
Right.
Like
if the fucking FBI or I guess DEA comes in, they can take down any dispensary.
In California, when California first started,
all the time,
once a week, they would just take all their money. That was just it was like a joke to them. They're like, we can take your money whenever the fuck we want. We're like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
So they would have like false safes and like sporadic money pickups and shit. But I really, it's still like, I'm pro drug, right? But I still don't think it's good for any form of government to make money off drugs because they're incentivized to sell more drugs. And it's so hypocritical to everything that they've done previously. It just feels like so fucking weird. I want it to be fully legal, but I don't want it to be in the hands of government or big corporations either.
I want to look. I think there's weird. There's a certain thing of like where the tax goes on the weed.
It's a lot of school shit and infrastructure.
I think it's mostly school shit and infrastructure. Yeah, 15% of revenue, at least in Michigan. 15% of revenue to municipalities, 15% to counties, 35% to school aid fund, and 35% to transportation fund.
It's great uses.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's way better than the alternative.
But why is it? I agree. I'm kind of being shitty, but why is it out of alternatives? Like, you know, they always like when this whole thing first started in Ohio, they're like, you know, we're just focused on getting it decriminalized first, and then we'll go for medical, and then we'll go for everybody, and we don't want Budweiser producing our weed, and, you know, the government involved taking, and it's like, as soon as it's decriminalized, no one gives a fuck about that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it just, and I understand to some extent, because there's no real reason to, like, be adamant about fighting it in your day-to-day life anymore, especially if you're not worried about getting in trouble for it. So it's like, but it's just shitty that those are the alternatives, because I don't know.
Well, if you think about it this way, like I think another version of it would be like you grow your own weed in your house and then you sell it. And the problem with
that's still illegal, I think, too.
Right. No, you can't do that. But what you can do is you can, if you're like, you get licensed by the state and they like check your facility and like see how much is going out and like what you're doing to it, like what you're putting into it and whatever. There's procedures involved with I guess, with growing it, and then you sell it to a dispensary. You know, usually like you have to have like a license that like you know, that you're growing it for a dispensary. You can grow it for personal use, but if you're going to grow it to sell it, you're selling it to a dispensary that then retails it.
I still don't like that though.
I mean, you know, you can still grow weed and give it away. I saw somebody,
a gray area.
Someone put up there's a sign up in my neighborhood that said, free weed butter, donations appreciated.
They can get in trouble for that though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I was like, oh shit, someone's getting fucked up on that. And then it's like, cause like, how do you do like, well, how much is a donation for, you know, a pound of weed butter?
I'm guessing there's, like an implication. You're not leaving there, not donating.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, so like what, and you want to
It's sketchy as fuck.
Yeah, it's sketchy.
Yeah.
Just make your own fucking weed butter. It ain't that hard.
Yeah. But dude, it just, I don't know. We're so far behind, man. It should just all be full decriminalized, and I don't think the government should be involved. I'm pro drug, but I don't think drugs are always a good thing though. And I don't want my government involved in profiting from it. It doesn't seem like that's the right place, and it's so against all of their laws for the last 100 years.
Yeah. Well, because they couldn't make money on it before, but then they decided that, okay, well, if we're going to allow it, then at least we're going to make money on it.
But they always could have made money off of it. I mean, it's just like, alcohol, how they handled it. Part of it was a moral thing.
It's a moral thing based on based on the temperament of the people. And if enough people say, well, it wouldn't, I wouldn't mind. And they say, all right, cool. We're going to sell weed now.
Right. Honestly, man, unrelated to weed altogether, because I don't crave weed in the least. But dude, I very much have missed drugs lately. It comes and goes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But fuck, man. I miss the relief of it.
Is that something that you're expecting you're going to probably deal with the rest of your life?
Definitely. I don't see any way I will not think about heroin specifically every day. Like occasionally there's days I might not, or that it's a very minuscule thought, but I can't imagine it not still being like a big part of my inner thoughts.
That sucks.
It's so stupid. But honestly, like I've said, before I got sober, I don't intend to be sober forever. So I'd like to think someday I won't have to have, like in our vegan episode, managing true will versus, what was it? To thy own self be true, like human nature versus overcoming yourself. I'd like to think I won't always have to deal with that, but definitely for a while.
Just don't fuck up, man.
Dude, I know. I mean, I really feel, I feel like even if I really want to some days, I feel like solid where I'm at. But I know I'll still always want to. You know what I mean? Just doesn't go away. I think for some people it can, but I don't think that's me.
That's how I feel about Chinese food and pizza.
The constant craving.
The constant urge. Or Taco Bell.
I'm withdrawing from that Taco Bell.
It's like no matter, like if I can go on a diet for, months and I'm like good. And then, but the one thing that always pulls me back is fucking pizza or Taco Bell or Chinese food.
Honestly, like if we speak about, we'll kind of be, it's definitely not a perfect comparison or analogy, whatever.
No, I'm mostly being an asshole.
No, I know, but dude, it is way more similar than I think most people realize too. It's the same shit. Like it's just one, it might be a more sharp one or like have more physical repercussions, but it's the same shit. Your mind wants something that is against what you know is best for you.
Right.
It's crazy. Like our fucking brains are like constantly like scheming against ourselves.
The main difference is if I go on a bender and eat, too much Taco Bell, after not eating it for months and months and months, I'm not going to die.
Or wake up in a jail cell.
Sir, wake up in a jail cell.
Sir, you ate too much Taco Bell last night?
I'm just going to be on the toilet for the next 24 hours crying.
Hey, that's basically house arrest.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, shit. Dude, Sushi's my go-to, man.
That's
sushi
another
like
one.
makes me okay with life. It gives me like 24 hours of like, all right, we'll put up with this for a little while longer.
Have you ever made your own sushi?
Nope. I want your sushi.
Would you like to learn how to make sushi? It's incredibly easy.
No. Only. It feels so special when somebody else makes it. Like, there's a lot of foods
That's true too. But it can be really fun, like getting a few people together and being like, "Let's all make fucking sushi," and then you just have a bunch of ingredients together, and like everyone makes their own shit, or makes a bunch of different shit, and then everyone just eats all of it.
I mean, I would love to do that, but as like, there's a lot of foods. If you're like, hey, I should teach you, we should do this, you should learn, I'd be like, fuck yeah. But sushi, it's something, it feels special from other people. It does.
It feels special when you get it from the right place.
Yeah. But like
get that gas station dollar store sushi, dog.
Yeah, we were debating on do we go to Kroger? I had a gift card. I was like, do I get free Kroger sushi, or do we pay for good sushi? And we end up paying. But like, I know whatever sushi I make still won't be as good as like one of my favorite local places. You know what I mean?
See, I don't have that problem.
You don't. I do. And I would have been like, and I had to work for it. And they still would have done it better.
Damn, yeah. All right, I can see what you mean on that.
Yours, I'm sure, I'd be like, fuck, I'll just have Ricky sushi. Way better.
Fucking make baller sushi.
But is it hard to get the right cuts? Like where we are? Like, are you going to... It's probably not any harder than the restaurant. Like, you're not going to get better or worse quality.
They have the advantage of having like providers of like, you know, like sushi grade tuna and salmon. And you can get, you know, like a really lean tuna steak at like the store. It's not going to be as good, but it'll technically work. But you can do some cool stuff without like the raw. It doesn't have to be raw shit for it to be good sushi. The important part is the rice anyway.
Yeah.
As long as the rice doesn't suck, you can put fucking anything on it. It'll taste good.
Dude, I know I've told you this before, but the place right up the street from us, one of my it's one of my all-time favorite rolls. It's just rice, avocado chunks, and peanuts crumbled on top with like a little bit of a peanut sauce.
Oh yeah, that sounds dope.
Peanut avocado rolls, and they're like $3 for like 12 of them.
That's incredible.
Oh my god, dude. I would eat those every day. Crab Ragoon. My diet's ridiculous today. I make a bagel. I've had 2 monsters, a bagel with cream cheese. I put a bagel.
My boy said bagel.
I always said, but I put about half a stick of cream cheese on it, toast the bagel, I microwave it till the cream cheese is molten, and then eat it while it's all warm and yummy. And then I had sushi, another monster, and crab rangoon. Just absolute trash.
Fucking crab rangoons, man.
And then I'll work out for like an hour and drink like health shit the rest of the day. It's so stupid, man.
I've been putting off buying groceries since I'm moving soon.
Yeah. That's a weird phase.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to get a bunch of groceries and then have to move them to the new house when like I could be moving other shit. So luckily I've got a bunch of like protein shake stuff and like meal replacement bars and stuff anyways. So that's most of like my lunches lately. And then I've been doing mostly like either takeout or like there is a fucking Mediterranean place in the farmer's market. And they're open during the week, like while I'm doing prep work and stuff. So I'll go and get like a chicken shawarma bowl. Yeah. Or, you know, something like that. And like they get stuff from like the farmer's market there. So I know it's good shit. Yeah, it's it's been that's been my go-to, but I'm spending too much money on food.
Yeah.
That's my main problem. So I'm probably just gonna go straight all protein shakes and meal replacement bars.
Yeah.
For the next like 2 weeks.
I totally know that game. Dude, one of these days you're gonna have to have my family's Lebanese food.
Oh my god, please.
Dude, my mom would fucking love to cook for you. Like, and also,
do you guys make the doma?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
Grape leaves, homemade baklava.
Oh, fucking.
What's the fuck?
It's one of my favorite desserts.
Dude, it's my favorite.
It's so bad for you.
I know. There's a couple real. I like the cashew and chocolate version.
Ooh, I've never had that.
There's some weird ones. I think they're more contemporary. That's definitely not the traditional. But my mom does a lot of the traditional meat ones with the pine nuts, or meat dishes with pine nuts and all that shit, and then tabbouleh.
Oh
Dude.
My god, the tabbouleh. It's so much work to make, but it's so good.
She fucking kills it. I'll eat a gallon bowl of tabbouleh.
Oh yeah, no problem.
No problem, bro. So good.
We had to make tabbouleh for 300 people for our party once.
Shit.
And we had,
That's hard though, for real, to know how much lemon to put in 300 people's worth of tabbouleh.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
We had 4 cases of parsley. And this is back when I'm in school, and my boss just kind of set us in the back with all these cases. He's like, boys, you're going to be back here all day. Like, all right.
Did it come out
had us
good?
like just chopping it and prepping it and chopping it and you getting it down. He like showed us like, this is how fine I want it. It all has to be this fine. If any of it's not this fine, I'll take you out back and kick you in the back of the head. I was like, all right, yes, chef. So we're doing it, and it's just me and him and me and this other guy. We're fucking banging on it. Literally 7 hours.
I believe it.
From the beginning of our class, we had to go get lunch, and then we came back and did it again. And it was for like a school function thing. But then he taught us, like, once we had it all together, taught us how to like prep the parsley and like clean it up and brighten it, and then like mix the tabbouleh. The fucking what was it? Is bulgur wheat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like everything from the lemon to the salt is so, and people like it different ways, but it's so specific. Making it in any bulk amount gets really fucking hard to get it right.
Yeah. I want to say he broke it up into a few different
batches.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart. Dude, do you want to talk about workout stuff?
Not in particular.
Oh, okay. No.
I mean, are you going to tell me what to do?
No.
Give me the breakdown, man.
Fuck, man. I barely know what I'm doing. I make like good progress for a while, and then I just like get stuck.
That's exactly where I'm at.
Yeah.
As I start doing a thing, and then I don't make it enough of a habit. So like, and I've learned that like I can't go super hard for like the first week, because then I won't continue it.
Want to.
Like I'll be sore, and then I'll be like, I won't do it the next day, or I won't want to do it. And it's like, and then I'm fucked. Once I get that fucking exercise bike,
that'll be a game changer.
That will be. For me, it will be.
Yeah.
Because I will actually use it.
Right. It was a game changer for me too. I feel I do really good. Like I really do every day, but I can't. My problem is like some days it helps me work out of depression stuff, and other days like I could lift like a crazy amount of weight one day, and then the next day I feel like I literally can't pick up 20 pounds. Like I just cannot get myself to give a fuck. So I'll still do it, but on a lot of those days I just struggle through the whole workout, and I wasn't doing enough intensity to feel any stronger. And then I just feel like I'll still keep doing it pretty much every day, but I will like not, I won't make any real gains. Like I'll make occasional gains, and I can tell long term I'm making progress, but on like a week to week, like it's just like a real crapshoot if I do anything that helps me out or not.
Yeah. I know part of my problem also is that I've never had a consistent enough schedule. Like for
with work.
as long as I can remember, I've never known, for a full month if like I'm going to work at the same time every day, this week. So like I can't get like a morning routine where like I wake up at, 6 and then I do, this by, 7 and then I, can shower by 7:30 and then, or whatever. And then like, I've always wanted to have that, but it's like, then I'll have like, I work super late this night and then, I have to work super early this morning and like it fucks up my whole schedule. So that also fucks me up a lot. And it's like I've gone back and forth even thinking like I know I can't work out after work.
Do you really feel that way?
I do, because of most of the time I get home from work and I'm just fucking exhausted.
Yeah. I was gonna.
I know I won't do it. I'll find that's an excuse for me in my head that I'll be like, well, I did 15,000 steps today.
Right.
Like I don't need to do whatever. I'll come up with a fucking reason where instead if I just do it in the morning, it's over with. It's done.
I'm the exact. There's no chance ever in my life have I worked out before 2 p.m. There's no way you could ever get me to work out before work. But once I'm going, I often can get it in the evening. But I dude, in general, as a life thing, you've worked way fucking harder than me. I think that's why it's like hard for you, because you're always working, man. You're just
I fucking am. And luckily, lately it's not been so bad.
Yeah.
So I haven't looked at my hours in a while, but I'm pretty sure I'm not full time.
Yeah. Once you get into this new flow, new crib, you're gonna be killing it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You want to talk about dreams?
We already kind of did. I just have been. I know people, whether if they're like in active addiction or sobriety, they already know. But you get these little dreams called free lapses where you get high in your dreams, and it literally you wake up with the literal experience of like, I got high last night. And like, if you're on probation or when you first wake up, you're like, oh, I'm fucked. Like I'm gonna fail it. You know what I mean? Like it feels like for whatever.
Wow, that's fucked.
For whatever reason, drug dreams are like super intense. But in recovery circles, they jokingly call them free lapses because it's like enjoy it while you can, Yeah. But it fucks up a lot of people. Like there's a lot of people that have relapses after that shit. You know what I mean? Because you keep dreaming about it, whatever. But all of mine, I had one recently, every like couple months or whatever. And it sucks because I don't dream of anything else. Like
that does suck.
I have occasional nightmares that are like horrendous, but they're very rare. And then I have drug dreams. And that's it for like the last decade. That's it. Damn. So in almost every dream, I come into a large amount of drugs, like a crazy amount. And I'm like so excited. And then right as I go to do it, the cops come every time. Dude, it is so ridiculous. And I wake up and I'm like, motherfucker, I'm going to do something crazy. Dude, it's every fucking time. It's so it's like the ultimate cruel joke. But I know somebody out there knows what a free lapse is. Enjoy it while you can, because at least you got two in your dream. It sounds
like it's worse. Like it's not a thing to even be enjoyed. It sounds like it's more of a burden than it is a...
Yeah, I mean, I have had ones where, like, you actually get high in the dream. And if, like, by all accounts, for me, the times I have, it is as legitimate of an experience as getting high in real life. Like, you can feel it just as much.
I mean, if your brain is tricked into, releasing, the dopamines and shit, like that's...
Yeah, like you have to have gone through the experience before, but I could almost gamble all of my possessions, all 2 of my computers and 2 hard drives. I'd gamble it all big. I would say if you scan someone's brain during that, it would look the exact same as they were high.
That's pretty fucked.
It's like that powerful of a thing. I fully believe that. But it's weird. Weird little things.
Weird little things.
Weird little things. What about cats? Cats good?
Cats are good. This one's been sleeping on my computer this whole time.
Damn.
She's been very lovey lately. She knows we're moving, so she's been anxious. She doesn't like change. She's a very good girl, though. She has anxiety.
We had Sarah's mom's dog, who Sarah, she lived with, family dog. Sophie, old smelly Sophie.
I saw the pictures.
She's adorable, but she's old and smelly. Grisha, my little kitten, is scared shitless of her.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Even though this dog never has raised her voice or moved quickly ever, you know what I mean? But the kitten's still afraid of her, so we kept the dog a couple extra days to keep the kitten in check. We're like, yeah, we'll hold on to the dog for an extra day or two. Make her calm down. It's been fun. But
that big ass cat.
Yeah. All three of them just been hanging around the last couple days. It's been fun.
That big ass floppy eared cat.
It's old stinky Sophie.
Old stinky Sophie. God damn. Oh, fucking poor Sophie. She does look like a sweetheart.
She's a sweetheart. She's a really good one. She just wants to lay there.
It's another reason I love going over to my cousin's house. I mean, my cousin's great, and his wife is wonderful, and my nieces are fantastic.
But
their dog is so sweet. Her name's Lucy, and she's so good.
What is she?
She's a golden retriever.
Okay. Yeah.
And she's not even barely a year old. She is. She's always extremely happy to see me, and she's still working on not jumping on people. She grew so fast she doesn't know how fucking big she is. She gets excited, and then the minute you sit down, she wants to sit in your lap. And after I put the kids to bed last time I was there, I was babysitting while my cousin was out, and I sat down on the couch, and she was looking at me, and then looked at the space on the couch next to me, and looked back up at me. And I realized, she wants to come up. I just pat down, and she, the minute my hand hit the couch, signal her up, she jumped up, and she was, rubbing her face on me, and then put her head in my lap. It was the sweetest thing.
That's the best. Now, what kind of dog would you get if you got one?
I mean, as much as I like her and their previous dog, which was also a golden retriever, the long, sheddy hair is pretty ridiculous.
It is. That gets old.
I've always liked pit bulls.
Yeah.
One of the first dogs I ever fell in love with was a pit bull.
Oh.
And his name was Dozer, and he was very, very sweet.
Oh.
Also, he was the run of the litter, so he was max 80 pounds. And he thought he was a lap dog. He would jump in my lap when I was sitting in a recliner. And
was he ever vicious?
No.
It was just a good dog.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love pits too. And if it was mine and I could trust it, you know what I mean? I'm sure I could absolutely adore a pit bull. But other people's, I really struggle to trust unless I know the dog well. The
only time he would start to get a little vicious was when I was dating his owner. So whenever we were play wrestling or something,
Whenever you put on the wrestling masks and hop in the
ring. whenever we go toe to toe in the four cornered square, the four cornered circle.
Oh shit! Whenever we broke out the ladders, tables, and chairs and set up the ring.
Then he would be all up on me and trying to butt in. It wasn't he was trying to bite me. He was just trying to separate us.
Yeah. That's still, I mean, it sounds like that was a wonderful dog. But a lot of other people's, no matter how good they say that dog is, a lot of times I don't trust it, man.
I think that with anybody's dog, really.
Dude,
doesn't matter what kind of dog it is.
Yeah.
Most people's pets, I don't.
They say they're good, and a lot of times they're not.
Like I gotta find out for myself. I'm always gonna like usually the animal more than the person anyway.
Yeah.
Like, unless I'm like, really good friends with the person, but like definitely you invite me over your house to a party, I'm gonna find your animal and hang out with them.
Yeah. Now, here's a weird question. Have you ever bit a dog?
Have I ever bit a dog?
Yeah.
No.
I've bit my dogs and my cats. Hear me out.
Okay.
It's a real thing, dude. If a dog is aggressive to you and like it could go the wrong way, if you like one time when they push it, like not to hurt them, because there's lots of people that think, oh, you just hit the dog one time. You know what I mean? Mm. That's always wrong, right?
Right.
But if you bite them and you're not, obviously I don't want to bite into a dog, but you just give them a pinch of it, they know the feel of how a bite is. I'm telling you, they really respond to that. Like any dog I've ever, like one of my buddies, he had, and everybody says their dog's like half wolf, right? But this thing was a husky that legitimately, I believe, was half wolf. Like, it was a monster, right? Mm. And if this thing didn't like you, it would tear you apart. No fucking problem. And he would tell people all the time, wait till she starts nipping at you, and you put her down and bite her back. As soon as you do it, that dog loved you forever.
That's some wolf shit right there. That's some, like, built-in. I mean, with cats, you kind of grab them by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah, it's just
and that simulates thing. It's the same thing. It's a control maneuver.
Yeah.
It's like a submission thing. I've heard that with dogs too. Like you kind of grab them and hold them down like a submission. Like don't hit them, but like make them realize like you are in fucking charge here.
Right.
I don't know shit about,
for me, it feels like a real thing. Like you're not putting your teeth into them. You're not hurting them, but they know what that feels like. And it just is like a very animal reminder. It's like that they know who's the dominant one after that. And it's worked every single time.
You pet my cat. Do you know who the alpha is, Kitty?
She's like, I am, bitch. It's always been me. It always will be.
I know she definitely tries to like alpha, like whenever we have like family that comes over or people come over the house, she'll come out and like she knows she's not allowed to. She knows where she's going to get stopped, and she'll like reach up on our couch and like put her claws in the couch and like stretching on it and stuff. And you're like this is my shit. This is my house. It's like, Kitty, get the fuck down. You can't do that. And she'll get down real quick.
I'm sorry.
And whenever I can just yell at her and she'll stop. My mom, when she first moved up here, my cat would do it around her a whole lot. And my mom would like reach down to like push her off the couch and like get her off, and my cat would like swing back at her.
Oh,
like, not with her claws out, but just like
she wants to play now.
Her.
Yeah.
Wop. She's like, bitch, like you can't tell me what to do.
Yeah, that's how great she's crazy as fuck, but she's getting way better. We've been using the squirt bottle, and she will attack you all the time, but she just wants to play, and she's getting better at listening. Every day she's making progress. She's got that kitten energy. She wants to bite all over you and love on you and stuff, but she's slowly figuring it out what she should and shouldn't do.
I told you about using the spray bottle with my cat, right?
I don't know if you did.
When I first got her, and she would start when she started getting into shit that she shouldn't. I started using a little spray bottle to try to get her off. And I had it next to my bed because she would usually be doing something like near me, or like it was like fucking with papers and stuff. And
it's got to be close.
So I'd pick it up and I'd spray it at her, and she'd just kind of look at me. And then she'd do it again, and I'd spray her again, and then she'd keep looking at me and doing it again. And eventually I sprayed her like right in the face, and she just took it.
Oh my God.
I was like, all right, cool. This isn't an offense to you. Okay, cool.
That's funny. Yeah, some cats don't mind it. Fortunately, my kitten does. She dances around with the water spray. I think she thinks it's fun too. She'll like run around it, but it will stop her from what she's tearing up.
The one I know that I've gotten her to know, like she knows what no means, she knows what quit means. She knows what leave it is. Like when I say leave it, she's usually good about it. And if she's ever not, I found the form of punishment that works the best. Like I've tried like putting her like in her little carrier thing when she fucks up really bad. Like when the only time I've ever really done that where I feel like it was effective was when she jumped off my face when she was like really young and she was like had the zoomies and she knew she had fucked up because she'd like fucking diving board jumped off my face as she was like jumping off the couch. And it wasn't even like she didn't scratch me, but like her feet were like pounced off my head.
Yeah.
And it was like, no. And she realized immediately. She got over to the other side of the room and she turned around and looked at me like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And I picked her up and I put her in her carrier and I let her sit there for a while. But then ever since then, the thing I found that works the best is you pick them up and just give them forced love. And they try to get away and you're just like, you're not hurting them. You're just petting them. They just want to get down.
Right.
And she won't, no matter, she's never attacked my face. I've fucked with her real bad. Like when I know she's angry or she's like upset and I've just like kept fucking with her because she's being shitty for no reason. And I'll just keep like petting her and loving on her and whatever. And she'll just, growl at me and shit and like, but she won't ever attack my face.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can.
That's awesome. Yeah,
little kitty purrs.
Just purring into the mic. Yeah, that's a really good sign not to attack the face. It's like they instinctively know not to. Yeah. Even if they're trying to push your buttons, it's a good cat if they don't want to mess with your face.
Yeah. She loves me. I wouldn't say that she wouldn't do it to anyone else.
Right. But their faces don't matter.
Yeah. I know for sure that she wouldn't attack mine.
All right. So what about any big thoughts, any philosophy stuff been on your mind, or just like overarching thoughts before we close up? I know we got to talk about what our next cycle looks like too at some point, but we don't have to do that now.
While I think about that, and I try to remember if I have anything. Have you had any overarching thoughts or anything cool that you've been thinking about?
I've been thinking about stuff a lot. Like I've really been stuck in my head a lot. My therapist actually was like, "Hey, do you think listening to 12 hours of this stuff a day is healthy for you?" And I was like, I don't know. It was for a long time. I still think it is better than it is difficult for me, but I really am listening to something about philosophy or thinking or debating or like, I don't know, stuff that in theory helps me understand myself or the world like 12 hours a day. It's all I fucking do. That
sounds like it could get existential pretty quick.
That's what her thoughts were, and I agree. But the thing is like I'm stuck in these thoughts anyway. And at least it's not me having to like painfully like navigate my own thoughts with it, and I get to listen to other people. You know what I mean? Go through it, and I think it helps me understand my own shit better. But yeah, I feel super spaced out lately. Like,
I just recently realized, I mean, similar, not the same, but like I don't spend enough time in silence.
I can't anymore, dude. Yeah. Like I feel like the test of like whether being a man, being a woman, the test of being like a strong person is if you can be okay with your thoughts. Like if you're in isolation, in the hole in prison, if you're dead in the afterlife, all you have is being alone with your thoughts. Like that's the ultimate test. And it's hard.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons I'm not. But when I move into the new place, I'm not putting the TV in my bedroom.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll have my phone, of course, if I really want to watch something or do something. But, yeah, even like listening to a thing, or like I realized the other day, I was getting ready for work and I didn't have, like a podcast going while I was getting ready for work.
Yeah.
And I realized and I turned off the fan, and it felt like eerily quiet. It felt like wrong quiet.
Right.
And I realized, oh no, this is just regular life. There's nothing wrong here. This is just what it sounds like when nothing's playing in the background.
And there's both good and bad to that. Like, I know push come to shove, I can be okay in my own mind, because I know for most of my life I wasn't, and it's something like challenging things have forced me to be okay. I know I am okay in my own mind. It's not like the safest place, but I can navigate it, right?
Yeah.
But in day-to-day life, I don't want that silence anymore. Like, I've found things that keep me entertained or like engaged in reality in a way. Like, I get to stay in my mind, but I can do things in life, and I don't want that silence anymore. It feels like that's when I get depressed.
Yeah, that's not healthy though. The idea is to
be okay no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I feel mixed feelings.
And you're not going to get there by avoiding it longer.
But now with how our world is, you can have something going literally all the time. And
you can.
And if you know you're okay anyway, I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I get that. I get that too. It's like, if it's not like you're at a risk for like not having, the resource.
Right. Unless you go to jail. That's literally the only time.
Just don't go to jail.
Trying not to. It's getting easier not to than it used to be.
Good. That's a good start, I guess.
It's hard to stay out of jail when you're too pro-crime.
Yeah. I love that. I was reading the captions and I was like, oh fuck, this is hashtag pro-crime. And the best part is when you click on it, I don't know if it means something in Spanish. But there's like a bunch of other hashtag pro-crime, and it's just like Spanish families that are just.
Oh my god, dude! Yeah, that's what we need on the shirt. Hashtag pro-crime.
Pro-crime.
Trashcats. Pro-crime.
Put it on bumper stickers.
Yeah, that will go over great.
So when the cop does pull you over for something minor, they see that you are also pro-crime.
Hey. Don't discriminate on me. I'm pro-crime. I don't know what you think you saw back there, but I'm pro-crime.
Yeah. This is part of my religion. It's
right. Oh, fuck.
Going 15 over the speed limit is part of my religion.
It's part of my faith, officer. Yeah, man. I don't know. I feel spaced out, but I feel like more than ever, I kind of have my place in the world figured out. Like, as distant as I feel a lot of the time, as up in the air as my whole life situation still is, I feel like I know, like, what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? I feel pretty good about that. And like,
good. Yeah.
I don't ever want to be happy with myself. I want to always like push to be stronger and better, but I feel like, I don't know, relatively content with who I'm becoming, and that's different than things used to be.
Yeah, that's huge, man.
It's progress, I think. Yeah. Any big thoughts?
Not really. I'm mostly just been going through the motions and anxiety of making sure I have shit packed up, and then go to work and like try not to think about that while I focus on work, and then get home and I'm exhausted, and then but I want to focus on getting prepared to do, to move and everything. And then
do you feel like
kind of been my cycle lately? It's been a lot of anxiety, but once I get in there, and we start moving shit, I'll be more physically exhausted, but at least I'll have an outlet to use that anxiety on.
Yeah. Sorry, this cat is like tugging at every cord I have.
Oh yeah, I've seen her fucking around over there.
I'm gonna actually run her out of the room real quick. But do you feel like I'll prompt you the question and then I'll throw her out and run back?
Okay.
Do you feel like the anxieties and like going through the motions is benefiting you right now? Because I feel like sometimes you just got to get through that time.
Yeah, I think I definitely have some of that. I think that anxiety kind of helps me with a lot of my issues anyways, because without that, it helps keep me organized to a certain extent. I don't have like crippling anxiety usually. I've only ever had that in like social situations where like
that's different.
It's not like people that I know. Like I've had that when I have people that I know with me, but it's like I'm at the grocery store and there's too many fucking people, and I was in a great mood that morning, and I was in a great mood when I got there. But then all of a sudden, grocery stores are bad for me sometimes because it's like when it's so packed that like no matter where you turn, you're in somebody's way or someone's in your way.
It's the worst.
That really fucks me up if I'm like trying to look at something and like or read something, and I can tell like I'm in a bunch of people's way or I'm blocking traffic. That gives me a lot of anxiety.
Yeah. We were at the store right before recording, and I told Sarah to run over a group of people in a parking lot. I was like, fuck it. Can't deal with it anymore.
Just fucking get them.
Yeah, fuck it. Floor it.
The other one is, the other big one was in Frankenmuth. It's like a German village up here, where like a bunch of the architecture is all like old German shit. And they, have. Is
it cool?
Yeah, it's really cool. Little, local shop kind of things and goofy shit. Kind of a tourist destination. But we went there one time after we were coming back from up north, and I stopped there with my girlfriend and her family. And there was just, I couldn't, like, we're just like rushing through, like they wanted to go see the stores and I didn't want them to like not. So we're like rushing through the stores because I'm like, I just like have my head down and like, I can't take it. Like I can't look at too many people. I just like get in and like try to get out as quick as possible because there were so many fucking people. It doesn't happen all the time. But boy, when it does, it fucking sucks. But otherwise, yeah, the anxiety's been good for me right now.
Yeah. Two things. Do you feel like the pressure makes diamonds kind of shit? Do you feel like, I feel like that's how you are with it. The anxiety helps.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, usually.
Harden your resolve.
I definitely feel like there are certain things that's not applicable to, but at least in my case for my life, it's been basically true. Things that suck, once you get through them, you learn through it and you grow because of it.
Makes you weirder too.
Makes you weirder.
What doesn't kill you makes you stranger. This is a weird one. It's kind of personal, but do you ever have that feeling certain days, and this is weird because I think some days it's legit like triggered by allergies, but do you ever have certain days where your eyes are like extra watery, and some days it's because your eyes are extra watery that it makes you feel more emotional, and other days you feel more emotional and your eyes become watery?
I can see that being a thing.
And it's like some days I legit know it's allergies, but do you know this feeling like where your eyes are extra watery and you just feel like you're not even sad, but you're fragile?
It's not even, it's just your eyes being watery. It's like usually that's accompanied by like your eyelids and like around them are kind of puffy, and like, there's other things that are going on where, that are symptomatic of crying.
Yeah.
Or feeling choked up.
And you have to like turn your AC down in the car because if too much air is going, it like starts like bothering your eyes even more.
Yeah. I think that's, it's also like, if you fake laugh or you fake smile enough, like you'll get that boost of serotonin a little bit.
Right.
Like, I think that's very well be the same thing.
So like, all right. So I was going to tattoo my little face tat either way. It's a sign of balance, whatever. Double barred cross, but I have it on my face, and the particular spot by my eye is that spot when your eyes start feeling that way and like watering. Like, dude, that feeling when you're at work and you're like, oh my God, like you feel like you're falling apart and you're like, is this like purely emotional or is it my body making me feel this? But either way,
Yeah.
God, this fucking cat. It's always tied to your emotions, right?
Yeah.
But like, I feel like it's a pressure point, like crying kind of shit. Like I would used to be able to cry like way more easily, right? When I was younger and stuff. And it gets harder as you're like an older adult male or whatever. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't know. I think knowing like I punctured that spot, you know what I mean? I don't know. It was like a symbolic thing. It felt like, all right, this makes it easier to let pressure out. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Is that the real reason people get the teardrop tattoos?
I think there's something to that, though, because it makes you feel like stronger. Like you feel like you could I feel like a lot of dudes, it would be a lot easier to cry if they had a teardrop tattooed on their face. I think that's a thing, man.
I can tell you now, I would cry if I woke up and I had a teardrop tattooed to my face.
I don't know, man. I could see you rocking it.
Nah.
Get you the gold chain, man?
Not quite my vibe.
No. But I do think there's something to that. I don't know. Tattoos, piercings, you're just building a suit of armor. I mean, it's different for everybody. There's lots of different reasons, but it's definitely something part of the reason I enjoyed it.
So that's a good thing to go out on. Everybody, go have a good cry. Try to have a good cry.
Cry and craft your armor.
Cry while listening to our podcast.
Start it over. Start
over and start crying. And we might have made it hard because we pretty much got like right into Space Jam, I think.
Dude, if you cry to Space Jam, you're having a rough day, man.
Well, think about also like the psychosomatic response that you're creating in your head. Like, I mean, I guess you couldn't Pavlov yourself that quickly, but if you set a goal to yourself to like, every time you listen to our podcast, you try to make yourself cry, then eventually you're just going to get really sad every time you listen to our podcast. And then you'll stop listening to the podcast. So don't do that.
Cry to Space Jam instead.
Yeah.
Every time you watch a basketball game with LeBron James, just
just try to cry every time you listen to your other podcasts.
Yeah.
And like force yourself to smile like Clockwork Orange style every time you listen to our podcast.
God, that movie's harder to watch now.
It is. It's fucking really bad. I didn't like it.
One of my favorites. Hard now.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, I get it. It's artsy and wild, but like I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
So there's that. Oh, the Clockwork Orange gang is in. They are in Space Jam.
What?
They are in Space Jam. It's a Warner Brothers thing. They have the IP for it. There's a bunch of weird Warner Brothers shit in there.
Odd.
Joaquin Phoenix is the Joker. Is in Space Jam. Not like the cartoon funny Joker.
Did you watch the new one?
No, but I've heard enough about it.
You would like it. It's actually
the Joker? Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, I did see that one. I thought you were talking about Space Jam.
Yeah, we talked about that, man.
Yeah, that movie is really good.
We're stuck in an infinity loop.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's get out of here. What are we doing next? Right. We're going to figure it out after?
Yeah, let's figure it out later.
Surprises.
The next one's going to be art, so we'll figure it out.
Cool.
So thanks again for listening. Thank you to Approaching Human for the use of his music. You can find his work on SoundCloud at Approaching-Human.
Thanks, John.
Make sure to check out the show page at Trashcats Trashcast on Instagram for news and art from the show.
Dude, real quick. John's got some crazy fucking music that I described as psychedelic Transylvanian like music. It is fucking wild. And he won't finish it. It hasn't been that long. But I'm like, dude, just finish it because I want to play it as one of our next outros because it's wild as fuck.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah. You can find us on Facebook. You can figure it out. I don't give a shit. If you're bored, you can check out my trashy art on Instagram at Skyzix, SKYZSX. Who else did we feature? Isla Milstein. Check out the piece titled The Muse's Revenge. All of his work. Giclée. And what was the second one? Just Google Celine Thrown Down by Argus by Ferdinand Keller if you like weird old art. And that's
it, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Tune in next Wednesday for the show, and that's going to be all for us today. Stay classy, eat trashy.
Go fast, eat trash. Was that bad? I feel like that was...
No, I don't think it was bad.